Hi, welcome. So today I want to give you a formula about how to create your soul mission and step into it and make it successful. My guides gave me 4 steps on how to do this. So let's jump in and get to creating our soul-driven purpose. Okay. We're really at this time where it is crucial for us to be stepping into who we are, who we feel ourselves to be. Time is, I don't want to say time, but things are moving very rapidly. We've been jumping timelines. We've been, collapsing these timelines that aren't needed anymore. And it may seem like we have gone from, I've been wanting to be in this place and do this thing, and now this other thing is coming in the forefront, and it's like, let's go. The pressure's on now. The push is on. We're ready to get going. Mercury retrograde is over. We've been through all these crazy conjunctions and celestial events, and now it's like, let's go. So a lot of us may still be spinning our heads on, how do I make this happen? What do I do? How do I step in? And the guides came through again with 4 steps that they want to give you. So let's jump in to step 1. I have my notes here. So step 1, my guide said, focus and decide your focus and set your routine. Pick out how you're going to operate. So this is about, okay, I'm ready to step in. I know I'm here to create this thing. I can feel this bigness in my soul. There's something that I'm supposed to be moving into, even if it's just another version of you. How does that version of you behave? What are its routines? It's time to start carving out the routines that are going to make you successful. And that might be, all right, when I wake up in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I'm going to say some mantras. I'm going to do, some stretching, or I'm going to do some breath work, whatever it may be. I'm setting a morning routine to get me going. I'm going to bed earlier, and I have a bedtime routine so that it can help make me successful. You are setting your focus. You are deciding and putting that energy of focus into your body so that you can be like, this is what I'm doing now. And anything else that tries to get in the way, you can say, I am focused on this. So you're moving your energy in that direction. Pick your focus and pick how that focus is going to operate. This is the version of you that is stepping into the soul mission. So even if you're like, I don't even know what I'm creating yet, but I know I need to do something. I know I need to step into this version of me. How would that operate? So if you're not clear on it, journal it out. Do some automatic writing. Call in your higher self. Call in your guides and say, okay, what does this operation and this focus look like for me? And just start writing. And as the energy gets going, it may shift. You notice the voice and the writing starts to shift. And you're starting to get instructions about how to move forward. This is huge. We have to have the focus now. We have to have the energy behind this creation in order to actually do it. So with this focus comes discipline. So you need to be able to discipline yourself and almost knock yourself out of these old patterns or these old routines, behaviors, ways of being. You're saying, I'm this now. I'm moving in this way. This is how I operate now. I'm implementing these routines. It's like when we wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and we're like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to work out. I want to get in shape. And you wake up and it's cold and it's still dark outside. And you're just like, I don't want to get up and do it. I'll just sleep in instead. None of that anymore. This is literally us forcing ourselves to operate in this new way. It's not fun. It's not always going to be fun. I'm doing this thing to help regulate my nervous system. And it's like every couple of hours, I'm doing these little exercises or procedures to like breathe and calm, and like these eye exercises. And it's like, I don't want to do them, but as soon as I start doing them, I notice the relaxation in my body and I don't want to stop doing it. So you have to kind of get past the resistance now. You have to get past this point of, I know this is my focus, but I really don't want to do it. Well, you're going to do it now. You're going to jump in and do it. This is how it's going to work. So once we can kind of force ourselves to get out of this old way of being and into these new routines and into this focus, it's going to be so much easier. Okay, so we're just getting into alignment and literally telling the resistance to go screw itself. Like it's It's done now. We're not paying attention to that. It's just fear. It's just a comfortable part of us that doesn't want to step into the unknown, into an uncomfortable new way of being, but we have to. So nothing gets accomplished if we don't do it. So it's time to really zone in and focus. That is step one. Focus and set your new way of operating and new routines. That's huge. And establish what that looks like for you and start doing it. Force yourself to do it. It's going to be so worth it and so rewarding. Step two. This is huge. This is so big. I know as humans, we love to get caught in these loops and the dramas and focusing on how people have hurt us. Not anymore. This was huge. My guides were like, this is maybe the biggest step. Stop gossiping and complaining. We have our focus now. That was step one. We can't let other things come in and take our focus away. We have to stop shifting our focus to these other things that don't serve us now. And by gossip, I mean constantly talking about when people irritate you or they do something wrong or they're mean to you or calling you nasty or you set a boundary and they get all out of whack. It's like, stop. We want to go tell somebody about it and how crazy they were, or, how someone else is doing something that is stupid and they're just going to get, hurt, or they're going to not get anywhere with it. Let them. My guides were like, let them have their reality. There are going to be so many people around us who are irritating or that we're watching doing things a certain way. And we're just like, what are they doing? Why can't they figure it out? Let them have their reality. This is so important. When we let them have their journey and their reality and do things their way, they actually are going to move out of it quicker than if we were gossiping or making fun of them or complaining about them or just getting ourselves all worked up by them. Because what that does, this gossip and this complaining about people and complaining about things, it keeps us entrapped. It not only keeps us entrapped because our focus is now on that stuff, our energy is on the gossip and the complaining and the annoyance and the irritation of these people and the resentment. We're sticking ourselves in that energy and we're entrapping ourselves in it so that we then can't focus on step one, the new routines, the new version of us that's wanting to come forward. And with that, with this entrapment, we're also entrapping the other people. When we're like, they're a piece of shit, they're nasty, they're mean, they're stupid, why are they doing it this way? Why can't they just see things this way? We are creating energy that keeps them entrapped in their loop. They won't be able to see outside of their way of doing. So then we're putting both of us in a prison and nobody's going to get anywhere. So let people have their reality. And this is the other part to this. These other souls who we may be complaining or gossiping about, or the situations that involve other souls that we complain and gossip about, they don't actually really know any better. They've been running in these cycles and it's like they want to get out of it, but they don't know how. They're actually doing the best that they can with what they know. And I don't mean to create a toxic pattern here, it's not that. They really don't know. And the more we create this resentment towards them and the gossip and complaining about them, the more they're going to run in those cycles. So us focusing on the energy of them being stupid or whatever, it keeps them entrapped. They're not going to be able to see outside of that. So we have to let them have their reality and do it that way. And we have to let it go on our end and say it's okay and move forward with our focus. They don't know any better. But here's the thing. We do. We do know better. We know that if we stop talking about people or talking about these things or complaining or making ourselves the victim or calling people stupid or whatever, the gossip, we know better. We know how energy works. And it's time to utilize it for good. It's time to stop focusing on this negative energy. Stop gossiping and complaining. Focus on the ground ahead of you, of where you're going, of who you are now, the version that you've stepped into. Let's let all of that go. And when we know better, and we let go of these urges. Oh, I got to tell somebody about this thing that this person did. When we let go of that and just let it be, just let them be that way. Okay, that's just how they are. I'm going to still do my thing. I'm going to still set my boundary. Doesn't mean I have to tolerate what they're doing, but I'm just going to let them do it. Let them have their reality. It opens up this space for people to see outside of what they're doing. And how do you create that space? You're letting go and you're doing step 3. Step 3 is approach everything and everyone with kindness, gentleness, and love. Ooh, that's a hard one. That's tough. These take some deep breaths. Kindness, gentleness, and love. We are operating from the heart now. We approach everything with heart. Can you start to view people through their suffering, these loops that they're in? They're people who are actually suffering. They don't know how to get out of it. So let them be in it, and you be the example. When you say, okay, and you just send them love, energy of love, like, oh, they're in this. Gosh, I send them love. That's so hard. They don't know how to get out of this cycle. When you put love around that, that energy is going to affect them, and they're going to start to see things in a different way. They're going to start to want to get out of these cycles, or they're going to start to release and maybe not do things that way anymore. And it won't give you anything to talk about except the way you're headed, where your focus is. So approach everything with love. Even if someone is coming at you and throwing their trauma at you or throwing their toxic patterns at you, you can still approach it with love. You set a boundary with love. You say, okay, no thanks, or I can't do that. I see where you're coming from, but I can't tolerate this anymore. Whatever it may be, you be firm, but you also do it from a place of heart and love. And that doesn't mean well, I got to find love for them. I got to find deep down and dig into somebody who's annoying the crap out of me. You find the love for yourself. You love yourself so much that you're agreeing to not get entangled and entrapped in the antics of other people. You're going to let them have their reality, and you're going to be in your reality. That's a form of loving yourself. I'm approaching everything with kindness, gentleness, and love because I'm giving that to myself first. I love myself so much that I'm not going to get caught up in this drama and this gossip and this complaining, because that's not loving to myself. It puts this prison, this cage around me. So I'm going to take a deep breath, kindness, gentleness, and love. It's okay. I am safe. I'm going to let people have their reality. I'm going to let them do their dumb things, their excruciatingly irritating things, the things that trigger me and make me mad. It's okay. I'm just going to let them do it. And I'm going to say, okay, I don't care. I have a focus and I'm moving forward with that now. So approaching everything from the sense of I'm coming back to my heart. How can I love myself? And when I do that, then I'm able to see these people and the suffering and the cycles that they're in, and they're trying to get out of these places, but they don't know how. So they keep repeating these cycles. Oh man, that sucks. I can give compassion to that from far away, but I don't need to be involved in it. I'm going to approach it with kindness, gentleness, and love, creating that distance, not letting yourself get caught in the gossip. It's almost like these steps 2 and 3 go together. But really try to come back to that place. If you're feeling triggered, come to your heart. Talk to the inner child that's sitting in there. What's going on? Let people have their reality. What is the reality I want to step back into? Come back into that focus. If you're having trouble initiating these steps for yourself, and you're like, okay, I have my focus. I'm not going to gossip. I'm going to approach everything with love. Oh shit, it's really hard for me to approach with love. Then you take these steps backwards. Okay, how do I find love? All right, I'm not going to gossip. I'm going to let people have the reality. I'm safe. What's my focus again? I'm focusing on this. I'm choosing to have this focus. Oh, that takes me back to this place of kindness, gentleness, and love. I'm giving it to myself. Does this make sense? I hope so. It's really important. This is really, really important. We are creating a new energy around us so that we can step into our soul mission. We are not letting the entanglements of this old world get to us anymore. We're not letting it happen. It's so, so important. If we keep trying to move forward with our soul mission and then we're doing all these other things, it's like, splitting our energy, and we're just like not really going to get anywhere. It's just moving so much slower, and we're just entrapping ourselves again. So we have to let this go. Again, it's not easy. Just like the focus. Okay, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m, even though it's cold and it's dark out and I don't want to get started, but I'm going to force myself to do it. We are literally forcing ourselves not to do it. We will feel these urges in our body to not follow through. We will feel urges to gossip, to complain. And if it happens, it's okay. Check yourself. Next time, move forward. Don't do it. I don't need to mention anything about it. If you're having trouble, if you're feeling triggered, journal it out. Shake it out. Come back to your mantras. Come back to your focus. Do some breath work. Take some deep breaths. Tell yourself you're safe. Feel that ball of light in your heart chakra, watching it expand, grounding it into the earth as you take some deep breaths in. Come back to yourself. All right. So we are deciding on our focus, and we're stepping into this focus and this new way of operating and setting routines. Step 1. Step 2, we are no longer giving in to gossiping and complaining. We are letting people have their reality. Just let them be in it, and you be in yours. Focus on the path ahead. Step 3, we are approaching everything with kindness, gentleness, and love. That starts with you. That starts with your heart space. Come back to the heart. Can you see through the eyes of compassion for other people? Let them have their reality. And then we hit step 4. Step 4. I think you know what this is. It's the get to work step. All right. Now I'm going to zone in on the actual work that I need to do. And this is really important about this work. You are creating work. You are creating things for this new earth that are helpful to other people. You are doing work that creates things that are helpful to other people. Whether that's you being a new version of yourself, or you're creating a program or a community, you're creating a class, you're creating a modality, you are creating art, whatever it may be. You're creating a garden, you are creating a type of food, whatever it is. You're creating a new way of shipping out items so that it's lighter and more accessible for people. Whatever it is, whatever you're creating, it is providing the utmost value to people. How can I give people value from the gifts, the ideas, the talents that I have? How can I take my talents and provide value and help to other people? It's always coming from that space. If you're thinking, oh, I want to do something just different and eccentric, and I want it to be so cool, and people are going to be like, this is so cool, that's the thing I want to create. If you're coming from that space, it ain't going to work. But you're going to create the thing that's different and exciting and eccentric when you are utilizing your gifts and what you have and how they can provide value and be of help to other people. It's all coming from you, coming from this heart space. Oh, I have this idea. Okay, how do I plug in the details to blow it out and make it bigger and accessible to people? How is it providing value? How is it helping people? How is it helping people step into their focus and their soul mission? How is it helping people heal? Or how is it helping people, have better quality in their life? Whatever it is, again, it's about the value. If you're like, wow, I want to do this just so I can make money, just so I can move to this place. I need to do this just so I can get this thing, have this relationship, get this house, whatever it may be. No, that's the old world of creating. We are here now. We have to trust when I step into my talents and it excites me, and I'm here to just even like make people laugh or to make people feel through music, through art, whatever it may be. I want to get them in touch with themselves. If you're creating a meditation, whatever it is, it's providing value. So get in tune with what is the value that is coming from the thing that I'm creating. How is it helping other people be the highest version of themselves? So this is the type of work that we're stepping into. So if you're thinking like, well, still, I don't know what my soul mission is. Well, what do you like to do? What excites you? You know, what's been going on in your life? Like, have you been dealing with health issues? Have you been dealing with relationship issues? Like, what's been your difficulties? And what are the things that has helped you and provided you value? And maybe that's what you're supposed to start offering to the world. Oh, this is something that's helped me. I would like to now give this to other people, and whoever that resonates with, it's going to help them. And then they get to take that and their version of it, and they give it to other people. It's all about providing value. How can I take what I've learned, what I've grown into? How can I take my talents, who I am, what I love to do, and give it to other people so that it helps them? That's step 4. We are creating with heart now. Everything is coming from the heart space. And that heart space starts with love for ourselves. I love myself so much that I'm going to be so disciplined on my focus, on my routines, and how I operate throughout the day. And I'm putting up those blinders. You know, it's like the bowling alley when, what are those things that come down so that the bowling ball can't go in the gutters? It's like we're putting those down now. We're not going into the gutter anymore. We're not gossiping. We're not complaining. We're not becoming the victim. We're not becoming resentful and just like, you know, barking down people's throats. It's time now. We're centering. We're bringing that calm in. So bring in some tools that are going to help you do that. If you would like help with this, I am launching something in June. It's a community. It is a program to help you stay focused and grow into your soul mission and create it, and to really pull through into this next version of you. I want to help you do that. So if you are interested in joining me on that journey and stepping into your soul mission and you want help creating it, there is a page on my services page where you can sign up on my email list. I will send out to those people first on the email list when I launch this. You will become first come, first serve. All right, let me repeat the steps one more time. Step 1, focus. Decide your focus. What does that focus look like? How do you operate in that focus? What do the routines look like that you are setting into place to make yourself be focused? Step 2, stop gossiping and complaining. No more. Stop focusing on other people and how they're affecting you. It's just a distraction. Let it go. Let them have their reality. Let them be in it. Try to find yourself in a sense of compassion for where they are at, the struggle. When you release that negativity and the gossiping and complaining, it allows you to just open up. It allows them to open up, and you're setting yourselves free to bring in new ideas and new blessings into your life. Step 3, approach everything with kindness, gentleness, and love. Come into the heart space. Find that love for yourself. I love myself so much that I'm going to focus, and I'm not going to complain and gossip. And I'm going to let people have the reality, and that when I approach people, when I talk to them, it's all coming from my heart space and kindness and gentleness and love. And then step 4, get to work. Start creating things that are of value and that are helpful to people. What are the things that have helped you on your journey? How have you found tools that have helped you become who you are, that help you every single day? How can you offer that to people? What are your talents, your gifts? What do you love to do? What excites you? What makes you feel passionate in life? And how can you bring that value and share it with other people? We are creating things that are helpful to humanity. Not that just make you money or that get you where you want to be and have the status. It's not about that. If you're focused on those things, check yourself. come back to the heart space. How can I provide value and help to others? And it ultimately, in return, it's going to help you, and then you will get that abundance and the support that you are needing from the universe. I promise. And as you do this, you might do this in a microcosmic way. Okay, I want to create this one little thing. I'm going to focus. I'm going to not complain or gossip. I'm going to approach everything with kindness, gentleness, and love. And I'm going to create this thing, and I'm going to squeeze the juice out of it as much as I can as to how it's going to help people as much as it possibly can. And then you rinse and repeat. You move on to the next thing. You focus. You don't gossip and complain. You approach everything from the heart with love and kindness, and you create something that's going to be helpful to people. And then you rinse and repeat, and you do it again. And this is the cycle. This is us stepping into our soul mission, and it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And keep focusing on your talents, keep focusing on what has helped you, and providing that to other people now, so that we can create a new earth, a better world, higher frequency dimension that we all get to step into. Okay, there's something else I wanted to mention that a couple people have brought to my attention. So there's a couple people who have asked me if there is a way that they could give me a donation, which is incredibly kind and generous and completely unexpected. So I have included some links below in the description box. And if you feel inclined and you would like to donate and give back for the videos that I put out, if you find the information helpful and you want to give a little something, that is so appreciated, but not at all expected. Not at all. So I'm putting it there because people have asked, and thank you so much for even wanting to do that. And either way, I'm going to continue to put this content out because I enjoy doing it and I want to help you all. And so anyways, that's there if you feel inclined. I'm so excited for us, and I hope these steps are helpful. Leave a comment below if where you're at, how you're stepping into your soul mission, and just leaving encouragement for other people. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and I will talk to you soon. I'm going to drop some comedy videos and other like short films too soon. I hope you enjoy them. I'm excited. This is something that really I love and enjoy, and hopefully it will provide a lot of value to everybody else. Okay, love you guys.